I'm on the corner of 100th Street and 34th Avenue in Corona, New York. Today is Sunday, May 17th, year 2020. Across the street from me is the Harry T. Stewart School. It's a magnet school, PS 92. And behind me here is a grocery store. This store right here, years ago, was a taxi stand. Back in the 50s and 60s, it was a taxi cab stand. Or as a matter of fact, it was closed at one time and then it became a taxi stand. I'm gonna walk west on 34th Avenue. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Sun is shining. Sky is relatively blue. See a few sparse clouds. And one thing that kind of fascinates me about this neighborhood are these trees. This tree right here has got to be well over 100 years old. I came here in 1959. These trees were still pretty big trees even back then. We're at 99th Street and 34th Avenue right now. And I'm going to cross over to the north side, 34th. PS 92 school takes almost this whole block. Right now, before it was just one school building right here on this corner, which stretched to 100th Street, and there was grass around the school, and on the north side of the school was all schoolyard. But then when they built the new school, they built it on the north side of 34th near Northern Boulevard. They tore down the old school, and this right here was all yard, and now they have the newer part of the school. This apartment building was here when I came to New York. It's again is well over 100 years old. This was an Italian and Jewish, predominantly Italian and Jewish neighborhood at one point. And the African Americans came in, the Hispanic community came in. That aisle here, this aisle I'm going to walk across again to the middle of the street. These trees right here that I'm looking at right now were planted in the mid-60s. This island right here I'm looking at was about 2 feet wider on each side. They narrowed these aisles again back in the 60s. This apartment building was predominantly Italian and Jewish. Had doctors in there at one point. This house here at 9807 34th Avenue, I grew up in from 1959 to 1970. There used to be a big tree right here. There's still another one, but there was a huge tree right here that blew down in the storm, Hurricane Donna, back in the early 60s. As children, we used to race up and down these streets. We would play games like hide and seek and manhunt and red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. You know, those real practical fun games which seem like kids just aren't interested in them anymore. And now everything is electronics. From what I understand, the street here on 34th Avenue was at one point cobblestone. If you were to take up all of the asphalt, under that you would find more asphalt, and then cement, and then even cobblestones underneath. And they had a couple of tracks. People told me there was a trolley car that ran down here years ago, but of course that was before my time. Many neighbors and friends I had in this area, which have since moved out. This street, 97th Street, 34th Avenue. This particular block here between 34th and Northern was named after my bishop, James Wellington Ferguson. He was very active in the community. And I'll end my walk right here on 97th Street and James Wellington Ferguson Way and 34th Avenue.